Okay, we are reading the book of Joel. The book of Joel. Just seems like a really dark time in the world. Which, I mean, that's all in perspective. It's the way you look at it, right? I did highlight chapter 2, the first verse, blow the trumpet, Zion. I feel like Zion is a way of being. It's a way of life. It's a way of the nature of people. And I also highlighted chapter 2, verse 9. Run to and fro the city. Or they run to and fro the city. This was back in the book of Job when Satan was running to and fro things. So these are the ways of the wicked. I also highlighted verse 13 in chapter 2. So render your hearts and not your garments. Start living from your heart and not your garments. Return to the Lord your God, for he is gracious and merciful, slow to anger and of great kindness, and he relents from doing harm. So to me, this is God, your personal relationship with God. And anyone who wants to get to know God on that level, he will be merciful, but you got to be willing to give your heart, not your garments. You got to be willing to let your heart be your guide and start getting into your sapience. Start getting into your sapience part of being instead of thinking from the material world. It's not helping you. It's not going to help anybody. I also highlighted verses 17, which is give your heritage. And back in, which chapter was that? I think it was, where are we here? I think it was Genesis. I think it had to have been Genesis. Heritages means blessings, the blessings of one in one's lifetime. And then we get into chapter 2, verses 21. Fear not, O land. Be glad and rejoice. So he's talking about the land, like don't fear land, which means that the earth is alive and the earth is a part of God. I think we're thinking a little bit backwards, as in the way of that we are evolving. And the earth has a lot of sacred lessons that we can learn from it if we allow that knowledge to come into our vessels. I also highlighted verses 25. Swarming locust has eaten the crawling locust, the consuming locust, and the chewing locust. So the locust could be, I'm going to include it in the photo right here. A locust is it could be a grasshopper, but it can also be a tree, a part of the acacia family. And if you knew about acacias, the acacia tree has one of them is a fever tree, which is found in Africa. And the bark of it has a dietary fiber that could solve obesity. Furthermore, when it's broken down, it could also be a cure for people who abuse drugs like methamphetamine. And there's also a bush called blackbush, and there has little like fruit, and it has little seeds in the very middle of that fruit. It looks like eyeballs. It's a big red berry, and it has a black dot on it, and I think a white dot too. But inside that berry is a tiny little seed that contains more caffeine than, don't quote me on this, I believe it was 48 cups of coffee. Anyway, these are all things that could be a huge changing factor for drug abuse, obesity, and try to get your hands on any of it. It's extremely hard. It is restricted, and there's a bunch of things that are in place that doesn't allow us to have access to it. Another definition for this is a fake acacia tree. I forgot the name of it, but like I said, it's in this description right here. All right. So that's what I got from the book of Joel. Joel. Not a very long video today, guys. And yeah, ciao for now. Catch you on the next one. Peace and love. Bye.